Hi guys, welcome to Podiatry, the Practice Mastery Show. Don here. Let's get right into it. Kind of show you what we're gonna go over this week. I'm gonna go over one of the aspects of the tech list. If you've already downloaded, that's great. I'm just gonna kind of go through my favorite technology that can help your practice. I'll give you an update on the podcast. I want to show the office newsletter for the month of December. Kind of what we're doing for that. Kind of an idea of a free orthotic offer within this newsletter. A couple of free downloads. I always, as I'm downloading other people's, I want to kind of share it with you. You might want to imitate something. And then getting started with patient presentations, and then a course that I'm doing called The Future Self. Let me start here with this, getting started with patient presentations. I had a question this week about how do I get started with it? Basically, I explained it in the podcast, but with patient presentations, I will show you the way I kind of do it. My kind of workflow is I see a patient. They already had x-rays. I'll do a physical exam. I'll review their x-rays with them. I'll watch them walk. And then at that time, I already know the diagnosis. And from that time, what I do then is I basically go up here where it says patient presentations on my screen, and I click it. And then, for example, if they're going to be coming in for Achilles tendonitis, what I'll do is I'll pull up these slides right in the office. And what I do is I go over them. Now, I don't go over all of them. I usually go over a portion of them, or sometimes I'll start it and then I'll have them watch the video, or even have them watch the video, then go over it. And then basically I'll go over with them kind of what is Achilles tendonitis. I'll go over kind of the treatment options. I'll go over some diagnostic exams, and then I'll talk about how long it takes to get better. And then I'll go over this checklist. Usually this is where I stop at the checklist. So that takes me maybe about 3 minutes. It doesn't take me that long. And then at this time, I might have them watch the video, or I might send them a copy, or from here, we'll kind of determine what we're going to treat. So that's how I started out. I do this not for everyone, but the most common presentations you can see here. I do it for mostly like Achilles tendonitis. I'll do it for my pre-surgical discussion, maybe for hallux limitus, for Haglund's deformity, for things like that. So if you guys want access to this, go to Podiatry Practice Mastery and you can get some of my presentations. So that was the question that I had this week. Other thing I wanted to talk about was this free offer of orthotics. This was an idea that I had. Basically, I wanted a way to get doctors in the office, and the thought is giving them a free pair of orthotics. And the whole thought is I would have them come through the patient experience, and at the end, kind of give them or scan them for a pair. What does it cost me? Maybe $60, $70. But it's a lot of goodwill, and these are people that can constantly send others over. And that's the best way to get them in, is to have them do a visit here in the office. It's a way of appreciation for all referrals, okay? Here's an example of Andrew Schneider's, one of the books. He's great at this, just so you know. If you haven't looked at his website, you should. And I think it's always good to shadow what's working for people. And what I like about it is he's using Designer, that thing I talked about. It's under the resources section on Podiatry Practice Mastery. But basically, you make a PowerPoint, you present the PowerPoint, it transcribes it into a book, and you add the slides in after, and it makes these nice downloadable PDFs, okay? So I'll show you a different one that Tom was doing as well later on. Let's go into the Podiatry Practice Mastery. So kind of why I made the tech list. And then in this tech list, I'm going to talk about one thing today. Each day I'm going to be talking about something different each week. Here is a trip to the shoe store, kind of some marketing ideas. Talks about this patient that sucks life from us. We help those patients, and then why I switched to Kajabi. So different stuff like that. This is actually Andrew's book request. So under reports here, he has tons of books, like a running injuries, broken foot, heel pain. I like this idea of the books. Basically, you just click it and it'll send you the book. It has name, email, and that's how you mark it, okay? So it's kind of a neat idea. I think the only thing better would be to do the courses. That's something I'm kind of working on now, would be a course, higher value proposition to the patient. This is Tom's at Michigan Foot Doctor. And then if you scroll down here, kind of less, how can I say it, beautiful Tom, sorry to say that, but it works, and it's driving a lot of business to him. And then right here is this where you get this book, 11 Simple Ways to Stop Foot Pain. So that's that. Benjamin Hardy, he has this course on the 30-day future self. I'm about 20 days into it. Great course. It's for free. You might like it. A lot of high thinking ideas on that. Okay. And then also, I just want to go over as well to share something else here. let me share now with you my Adobe stuff here, okay? So let's start here. This is the tech list. What I want to talk about today is something called send later. If you don't use this, this is great. You use it to send an answer to someone, but have it being sent like Monday or Tuesday. So for example, I have a lot of emails. I'll look at it on Friday, but I don't want to send them the response until Monday. So you can use this send later function. It's part of Gmail. Other ones might have it as well. If you click this link, it's going to actually open up and how you can install it into your browser. So that's what I'm talking about for my tech list. If you want everything, you can just download this tech list. This is a great video at the beginning, explains about how to use all these technical things. We're going to go through one a week until I get through them. Here's Tom's book. Once again, I think he made this on his own. Designer is a cool way to do it. This is a simple way, or you can use Fiverr to outsource it. But here's a little disclaimer in the beginning about the author. It talks about just some general things. Once again, this is called a lead magnet. It's a way to build your list. And then here is our newsletter. This is something that we send out to about 400 doctors. And inside the main purpose of it, once again, they can see our faces. Here is the review section, which is, I think, the most important thing about the reviews, people's actual name. Okay. And then I'm giving them a little medical practice hack, kind of different ideas I like that'll help other doctors, basically trying to give value to the doctors. And then these are all stock articles. Okay. And we send this out once a month, and we have a few copies here we give to the patients that buy big ticket items. Basically, anyone that gets orthotics or Shockwave or something else like that, they get a copy of this. So this is what we're doing for that. Okay. I think those are the things that we wanted to talk about. Once again, if you guys aren't joining Podiatry Practice Mastery, I would join it. Go to their website. You can get access, and all this tech list you can get under the resources section, where I think that's the first thing on the main page right now. Okay. Once again, hope you guys have a great week, and I would love to have some contact, I guess, follow up with you guys and tell me kind of what's working for you in your private office, because it's a very kind of a lonely pursuit doing these things. So I'd love to know kind of what's working for you. Send me a message, send me a question, and then I can address it either in a future podcast or something else like that. I would really consider doing that 30-day future self. I'll put a little link underneath it. A great way to learn more and become better. Okay, guys, have a good week.